Two high-profile cases will head back to court tomorrow.
Jodi Arias, who received international attention, and also Richard Chrisman, who's causing a huge uproar among the ranks of those who were sworn to protect and serve.
Arias may get a date, and Chrisman may take the stand.
Kim Covington sat down with an attorney who's been closely monitoring both of these cases. Kim?
Well, tomorrow, 33-year-old Arias could be one step closer to finding out if she will get life or death in the retrial of the penalty phase. A judge will work to set a trial date with three of the busiest attorneys in the Valley, one of whom is Dwane Martinez, working on the case of ex-Phoenix police officer Richard Chrisman on trial for murdering a suspect. Tomorrow, his attorney will start poking holes in the prosecution's case using his star witness first, Chrisman. 3 months ago, a jury found Jodi Arias guilty of first-degree murder in the death of her former boyfriend, Travis Alexander. But the penalty phase ended with a hung jury. And since then, they've been working to set a new trial date. And Arias' attorneys have been also busy suing, asking a judge to allow them to monitor the Twitter accounts of new jury members after one from the first trial reportedly started a conversation on social media when the trial was over.
Those motions have to be raised. I mean, they're fighting for Jodi Arias' life here, and so they have to file every motion. They have to try to do everything they can to get her the fairest possible retrial of the penalty phase.
Kate says prosecutor Dwane Martinez had the upper hand the first time around, but was still only able to get 8 jurors to favor death for Arias, while 4 other jurors voted for life in prison. Kate believes the defense will have a greater advantage this time.
When they retry the case, the jury's not going to get to see the whole 4 months of trial that already happened. Now, they may get transcripts, but you know, Dwane Martinez's theatrics don't come out in transcripts.
Many will also be watching the Richard Chrisman trial. The former cop is expected to take the stand as early as tomorrow and explain why he felt he had no other choice but to shoot and kill 29-year-old Daniel Rodriguez and his dog nearly 3 years ago.
I don't see how he cannot take the stand. He has to tell his side of the story. The only way he has a chance in this case is for him to explain why he felt his life was threatened and why he had to fire his gun that day.
Even though Chrisman's partner, Officer Sergio Vergilio, testified that he didn't see it that way.
Daniel immediately put his hands in the air, like something like this. He repeatedly said, "Hey, hey, 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 hey."
Two people can look at the same exact thing and see something different. It's like if I held up a quarter, you know, you and I would see different things. I would see heads, you would see tails. Okay, we would be seeing the same quarter, but we would describe something totally different. And that's what Chrisman has to get up, and he has to explain how it looked from his point of view.
But Kate says it's the dead dog that may be even more difficult to explain.
I don't know how he gets past that, but, you know, that's a bad fact for him. If the jury thinks he shot the dog without provocation, they're going to think he probably shot the victim without, you know, adequate provocation.
Now, you may remember the penalty phase retrial was supposed to be scheduled for over a month ago in the Arias case, but defense attorneys have said they needed a later date to allow them to gather more witnesses. Now, if the second jury cannot reach a unanimous verdict, Arias would automatically get life in prison without parole, or the judge could give her parole after 25 years. Live in the newsroom, Kim Covington, 12 News.